it.
All right, let's just jump right in. Have you ever stopped and wondered what our ultimate purpose is? I mean, it's a huge question, right? But today, we're going to explore a really powerful idea that comes not from some ancient philosophy book, but from looking right outside our windows, at nature itself.
And this is really the core idea for today. Become less like humans and more like nature. What if the actual blueprint for our potential, for the best version of ourselves, has been growing all around us this whole time? Let's dig into that.
So really, what is the goal? Is it getting rich? Is it being famous? Just finding happiness? Well, the perspective we're looking at today suggests that maybe, just maybe, we should be looking at the life cycle of a tree to find a much more meaningful answer.
Okay, so let's unpack this central metaphor. By breaking down the different stages of a tree's life, you can actually see how perfectly they mirror our own journey. It's a pretty fascinating way to map out our own personal growth.
Every great story has a beginning, and for every single one of us, it's right here. We all start out as a seed, just a tiny little thing, but it's packed with pure potential. Think about that. Everything you could possibly become is already inside of you, just, waiting for the right conditions to start growing. The real question is, which path is that seed gonna take?
So let's take a look at those different paths. As we go through these next few stages, I really want you to think about your own life, your own journey. Where do you see yourself in this cycle right now?
Now this is where it gets really interesting, because this maps out some of the common places we get stuck in life. Some of us become the stump. Our growth just gets cut short, and we feel totally stuck, unfulfilled. Or maybe we become the bush, where we grow, sure, but only to a tiny fraction of our real potential. And then you've got this other one, the tall tree with no branches. It looks super impressive from far away, right? It's shot up really fast, but it doesn't offer any shade, it doesn't bear any fruit, it's all surface-level success with no real depth or impact.
Okay, so if those are the pitfalls, the stump, the bush, the branchless tree, then what's the ideal? What is the ultimate version of ourselves that we should all be striving to become?
And here it is, the answer. The ultimate goal isn't just to grow tall, but to grow full, to become a massive, fruit-bearing tree. This is so much more than just personal success. It's really the embodiment of a life that's been lived to its absolute, complete, fullest potential.
And here's the crucial part. This does not happen overnight. No way. This kind of tree takes years, sometimes decades, to build its internal strength before it even begins to expand outward. It grows slow, it grows deliberately, and it grows powerfully, from the inside out. And this is why it's the ultimate goal. See, it's not about being big just for the sake of being big. It's about what you give. It provides shade, it gives protection, it bears fruit that can nurture an entire community, and not just for a season, but for generations to come. This is all about defining your success by the impact you have on other people.
So, if the goal is to become that amazing, fruit-bearing tree, how do we actually do it? What does it really take to nurture that kind of growth in our own lives?
These ingredients all work together, kind of like a little ecosystem for your soul. It all starts with your mindset. That's the soil your seed is planted in. From that foundation, you develop skills. Those are the tools that literally build out your branches one by one. And your creativity? Well, that's what blossoms into your own unique fruit. But listen, no tree grows in a vacuum, right? You need a community, an ecosystem to support you and help you thrive. And maybe most importantly, this is not a one-and-done deal. It requires constant tending, daily nurturing to keep growing stronger.
And this all leads to a much broader, richer definition of success. It's about seeking overall wealth, a richness in all areas of your life. It's a great reminder that if you only ever chase money but you don't have the right mindset, you could lose it all in a heartbeat. True wealth is that holistic growth.
And when you get down to it, all of this work, the mindset, the skills, the daily tending, it's all building toward one thing, your legacy.
This is such a powerful thought. The things you create, the knowledge you share, the support you give to people, that's your fruit. And that fruit can continue to nourish people long, long after you're gone. In a way, it's a path to a kind of immortality, all through the value you bring to the world.
To put it in a completely different way, this is your ultimate form. It's about reaching your highest Super Saiyan level. It's that version of you that is just fully realized. Your roots are deep, your branches are strong, and your positive impact is felt by everyone around you. It's about unlocking that full power.
So I'll leave you with this question to really think about. As you go on this journey of growing your own tree of life, what unique value, what special gift, what kind of fruit will your branches bear for the world?
They keep telling you, stay motivated. Watch this. Listen to that. Get inspired. But what happens when the video ends? When the music fades? When nobody's clapping, watching, or waiting for you to win? What moves you then? I used to run on borrowed energy, quotes, speeches, people hyping me. Yeah. Felt unstoppable for a moment, then I'd crash. Like it was never in me. That's the problem with external fuel. It burn quick, don't last, don't rule. You dependent on a source outside, so when it disappears, so do you. I was chasing feelings, not building fire. Waiting to feel ready instead of climbing higher. But readiness ain't a mood you catch, it's a discipline you wire. So I had to ask myself something different. If nobody ever told me keep going, would I answer that honestly? I realize purpose don't scream, it whispers. It ain't in the crowd, it's found in the mirror. It ain't an applause or validation checks. It's in what you do when there's nothing to flex. Yeah. Motivation temporary, purpose permanent. One phase away, the other's inherent. You don't wake up feeling it every day, but purpose don't care how you feel anyway. It moves through you even when you're tired, even when life feel misaligned and wired. It's that quiet push you can't explain. Let's say do it again through the doubt and pain. So I stopped asking how do I feel and started asking what's real, what's mine to build, what's mine to create. That's when I found something stronger than fate. I don't need a reason. I am the reason. I am the reason. I don't need the feeling. I don't need the feeling. I move with meaning. No more waiting. No more waiting. No more chasing. No more chasing. Internal driver. That's what's leading. Yeah. Now I move like it's already decided. No hesitation, no need to be guided. I built a system inside of my soul that don't break down when I'm losing control. External noise don't shake my direction. I learned to operate without the connection. Not disconnected but self-sustained. Energy internal, never drained. I don't need hype, I don't need cheers. I done built this through blood, sweat, tears. Every rep carved into my frame. Now discipline calling me by name. This is what it looked like when purpose drive. You ain't just working, you feel alive. Even in struggle there's something deeper. You not just moving, you moving with meaning. Listen close. Purpose don't shout, it pulls. It don't beg, it demands. And once you feel it, you can't go back. There's gonna be days you don't feel like it. Do it anyway. There's gonna be days you question everything. Keep going anyway. Because the ones who make it ain't the most motivated. They the most committed to something deeper than motivation. I don't need a reason. Don't need a reason. I am the reason. Am the reason. I don't need the feeling. Don't need the feeling. I move with meaning. Move with meaning. No more waiting. No more waiting. No more chasing. No more chasing. Internal drive. was leading. When the world go quiet, when the noise disappear, when nobody's watching, that's when you find out if you really got it, or if you was just borrowing it. Borrowing it.
You see that thing standing behind me? That is what your content starts feeling like. When you keep collecting AI tools, but never build a real process. You generate one character, try 3 different prompts, create a few random clips. Then the idea gets buried somewhere between confusion and perfection. The AI did not fail you. You just needed direction before you press generate. That is why I created the Hustleverse Movie Studio UGC Blueprint. It walks you through creating your AI influencer, planning your scenes, showcasing the product, and turning separate clips into one complete promotion without filming yourself. Stop letting unfinished ideas follow you around. Comment UGC, and I'll send you the blueprint.
I give you food for action, don't choke on the truth. This lesson I prepared was made just for you. Feast up, I'll keep serving till the pot run dry. Got enough cooking to feed the whole country, no lie. Too many flavors, you know, I got what you like. Don't start beefing with me, you won't win this fight. If you come in peace, keep your teeth intact. I got a plan to get this cake, come grab a stack. Life could be sweet, if you listen, you'll see. Food for action on a platter, served fresh by me. I'm serving knowledge on plates, got the recipe down. A blend of hustle and wisdom, that's my sound. I'm feeding the masses, no crumbs, full course. But if you bring nothing to the table, find the door. Stop acting like you got beef, it won't taste right. This flavor's reserved for those ready.
Okay, family, we are live. We are live. And once again, I want to welcome you guys back to another episode of the Hustlers 10-Minute a Day Challenge. Today is strong 60, day 3, and we are right at 14 minutes into today's challenge. So let's start by peeling the curtain back. And as usual, we expose the most valuable document in all of online marketing, which is the Hustlers 10-Minute a Day Challenge doc. But today, I woke up with something else on my mind. I woke up thinking about, you know, what today is. Today is Wednesday, of course, right? And I'm looking over at my cat. He's doing his thing. Today is Wednesday for, maybe me and for you, but for him, it's, any regular day. He's over there looking out the window. He's doing his thing. He's being himself. Now it looks like he's crawling over to his little bed area, which he hasn't slept in his bed in the longest. So it's kind of interesting. I'm looking at him now, seeing if he's actually going to go sit in his bed. But when I look at that, it just makes me think about, the beginning intro training. Talking about, are you living a life of purpose, basically? Are you being your natural self? Are you doing the things that you like and love to do, along with the things that you feel as though you have to do? Now, on a daily basis, we build an online business, right? And I know our purpose is to grow an online business. We talk about affiliate marketing, online marketing, all of those things. I give you what I call food for action on a daily basis. In that intro video with that soundtrack song that's been playing for the last over a year, where it says, I give you food for action. That right there is another way of saying that I'm helping you get a mindset switch. I want you to flip a switch in your mind so that you can start looking at things a little bit different. Personal development is something that's high on my list of priorities. Knowing yourself is just as important, even more so important than knowing your particular client or your target audience. Because if you are trying to attract an audience, let it be an audience that strongly can relate to you. Now, me personally, I consider myself to possibly be a little bit different. I don't do things the traditional way. I don't do my lives like, other people do their lives for the most part. I start out with an intro, and most people they want to start out with, they do a live webinar or something like that, and they want to give you 45 minutes talk about their life story and this, that, and the third, and build you up with all of this hype. But I like to do things a little bit different because for me, it doesn't take all of that. For me, I want you to get to the point. I want you to give me something of value that I can use and actually apply to my daily life. But today, being Decision Day Wednesday, I decided that I want to do something else. Listening to that intro video, it made me think about, once again, are you living a life of fulfillment? And I'm going to be honest. I know a lot of online marketers that are just going through the motions on a daily basis. Some people, yeah, it's the beginning stages, so they have to stay focused and they have to be diligent and consistent and just do the basics and focus on the basics so that you can get the, foundation right. But once when you get the foundation right and you start building your business, are you still just stuck in business mode? Are you still just that person that's known for, hey, I'm promoting a business opportunity? I'm the person that teaches people how to make money from home or whatever. I'm the person that, constantly, every time I show up, I'm talking about, you know, trying to get someone to make a decision to join me in an opportunity that more than likely they never thought about being part of before they came across me. And in a lot of cases, even after they come across me, they might still, second guess themselves. They might think to themselves, hey, is that the right opportunity for me or not? But a lot of people go through these back and forth emotions. But you, as an online marketer, I want you to ask yourself, are you living a life of true freedom? Are you living a life where you can actually be yourself? And today, I want you to make a decision to not only focus on building a business that's specifically structured around doing what, whatever the gurus or whoever says is the foundation, the things that you have to do, how you have to present yourself as a true professional, as a, skilled online marketer, as someone who's possibly successful in this online space and that can teach other people. I want you to put that to the back for a little bit. And I want you to start focusing just for a little bit, maybe just today. I want you to start focusing on who you are. What is it that you bring to the table? Just like I said in the beginning training. What is it that you bring to the table that makes you different? And the Hustlers 10 Minute a Day Challenge is part of what makes me different, but it's just a small piece. It's a piece of a puzzle that, I try to share with you guys on a daily basis. See, I love actually creating content. I love generating music, AI generated music. I love using AI tools that help me create content, whether it's to promote a business or not. I like to just create content in various kinds. So today, I'm not going to keep you guys too long, but I wanted to, you know, be me. I wanted to be me for a little while. I wanted to be a situation where we're not so focused on the business. We're not so focused on that because the business is going to be here. It's going to be, it was here yesterday. It's going to be here tomorrow. And even after you're gone, somebody's going to, replace you in that particular opportunity that you're part of. Things aren't going to stop. There's going to be another person that comes along to take your place, and they're going to get on that hamster wheel where they might just stay in a repetitive cycle of creating content just for the purpose of promoting the business, showing up to a training on a daily basis, listening to information that's designed to help them move forward. And they never step out of that circle. They never step off that hamster wheel and say, hey, I'm a real person. I do enjoy this, that, and the third. Now, the one thing that comes to my mind is I've had conversations and been on masterminds with a lot of various business partners. And the one thing that gets me every time is how a person can talk about the business opportunity and they have a certain level of excitement. But then they bring that human element into the equation. They let it slip. They show an aspect of themselves that gives you better insight into them, what they personally like. I have a business partner who is great at this online marketing um, position, this industry as being an influencer. And one day she happened to do a video where she was in her home and she was showing some art that was on her wall. And she started to talk about the art in the pictures. And for me, I had to stop and listen because I'd never heard her speak about art. I never heard her speak about anything other than the business. And the fact that she was speaking about art, which, I'm not an art connoisseur, but it gave me a different, view of her. And it made me more interested in learning more about her and wanting to connect with her. I wanted to hear more about that art that she was actually showing. At that point, it wasn't about the business anymore. It was like, okay, the business is what the business is. We've gone on this hamster wheel for, you know, weeks, months, and months. you know, you've probably heard the same repetitive stories or variation of things from your coach or your mentor. And you're like, okay, I know the purpose is for you to drill some information into my mind so that it becomes repetitive, so that in my mind, it becomes muscle memory. But when they break from that and they show that human side, it's like a breath of fresh air. Now, my business partner, when she talked about, the art, first thing that came to my mind is, wow, I never knew that you were interested in art. I never knew that you had these various paintings and things like that. And it made me say, I want to hear more about that. Now, did she do any more posts about the art? No, it was a one off situation. And I have to be honest, I have to say, it kind of disappointed me. But a lot of people would say, well, that's that's not the purpose of me being online. My purpose is to just promote my business. My purpose is to, share an opportunity. But me, I like to get straight to the point. And the point for me is this: there's so many business opportunities online, and the majority of them work. The majority of them work. It's not about the particular product or service, and it's really not so much about the particular business model. It's about the mindset of the people that decide to be part of that opportunity, the mindset of the person that's leading the charge, and how they can construct a business out of you know, helping people develop a mindset where they can see value in something and they all move accordingly. Now, if she was to, for example, start a business around art and said, hey, I want you to join me in this opportunity to, just sit and talk about art. And to join me, it costs, let's say, $100 a month. That would be attractive to a specific audience. An opportunity to build a business based off of that is available. And I know it's available because I've seen businesses built off of the craziest ideas. Now, I can't mention this enough, but over the last few years, I've mentioned some of the same stories over and over and over. And one in particular comes to mind. The story of Mary, and I always get her last name wrong, but she created a business called Turdy Works. Now, Turdy Works is a unique company and she sells a unique product. It's moose poop jewelry. Yes, moose poop jewelry. Actual moose poop that she's collected on her farm. And, you know, since it's a farm, she has, unlimited amount of product, so to speak, to choose from. And she found one day an idea, a concept, something that came to her mind, something that came to her creative thinking. And she said, hey, we got all of this moose poop. Why can't I turn this into a profitable business? And she did. She decided to dry it up, put some shellac on it, go through whatever other processes was necessary in order to turn that moose poop into jewelry. Not only jewelry, but in the news story itself, which of course this was something that was so weird that the news actually, got a hold of it and interviewed her about this, out of the box thinking, this out of the box type of business. And she even had a clock. One of her most popular products was a moose poop clock. And the idea, the, the framing around this clock, when she said the different numbers on the clock represented a different thing, even the time. So it was something that stuck with me all these years when she said 1:30, 2:30, 3:30. The way a person thinks, the mindset that a person has to have in order to be that creative. But not only be that creative, but have the courage to say, hey, it's something untraditional, but it's something that maybe hundreds or thousands or millions of people might be drawn to. And she actually created $1 million business out of that. People bought the moose poop jewelry. They bought the moose poop clocks. She not only made $1 million business out of it, but she became so popular that I believe one of the streaming services, either Netflix, more than likely, I think it was Netflix, they actually did a series. She actually got her own show, you know, documenting her journey. But that was something that she had a passion for. It wasn't an online business that somebody said, hey, this is what's going to make you successful. This is the only way that you can possibly do it in order to reach success. I don't think there's anybody else that, you know, possibly makes moose poop jewelry, but she might have sparked the mind of people who have off spins of that or spin-offs of that type of, creativity. Somebody might make jewelry out of another substance. But we know that creativity often sparks the minds of additional people. Once when you unleash that, once when you start to share and show what it is that makes you different, then other people will also get the courage to become different also. So I just wanted to, give you guys that quick message. I want you to decide on decision day Wednesday. I want you to make a decision to be a little bit different. Be creative. Step outside of the box. See where it takes you. Expose that thing about yourself that, you know, you might not, share on a daily basis. Me, honestly, personally, I see so many posts about business opportunities, so many things about this, that, and the third that, I get overloaded with it. I don't really care about your opportunity. I don't care about what you claim you can show me how to do. I'm more interested in the human, in the person. What is it that you do? What is it that you can do? How do you, what is it that you enjoy? How do you have fun? Do you have any particular skill? That's what is attractive to me. I want to know that you're the type of person that has a passion for life, that you want to bring something to the table and, you know, you want to live a full life, not just a half full life where everything is focused on business and that's all I'm ever to expect from you. You're not a robot. You're not the AI, even though a lot of people use AI on a daily basis, but even that they'll make the AI just a duplicate, a boring duplicate of themselves. And they'll tell the AI, hey, just write me a post about this, that, and the third. Write me a simple post. Okay. Now you done made the AI boring. When the AI has unlimited potential where it can create something that nobody else has ever seen before, but you, because you're mentally stuck in a box, you're on a hamster wheel. You actually put your tools on the same hamster wheel as you. And that makes you the same as 95 or more percent of people online. So right now, I just want to, you know, do something a little different, something that I haven't done in a little while. I want to play some music because I know music is one of the strongest things tied to memory. And it's one of the things that helps a person get a little bit more insight or in tune with, real life. One of the main reasons for music has always been to tell a story, to get people excited, to, shed light on different situations. And the artists that create the music, hopefully they put a lot of themselves into the music so that it helps you get to know them a little bit better. What is it that they like? Are they the type of person that likes to party? Do they make party music? Do they make, raw and uncut type of music? But it shows their personality. It shows who they are as a person. So I want to play uh, one of my favorite music videos that I created. And I'm going to look and see, I'm checking when exactly did I create this. Hmm. It says around February, but I think it was a lot longer ago than that. But it says February 25th this year. But this is one of those songs that I had to create and is based off of, this industry as a whole. Once again, we could get so caught up in, building a business that we get so tunnel vision on, okay, what's the next product I can promote? What's the next launch? What's the next this? What's the next that? And we just become robots. Dare I say, a lot of people become slaves to their business and they never get to enjoy the real life person. They never get back to themselves. So this right here It's one of those music videos that I enjoyed creating. And it's called, it's a Hustle Bear song, and it's called Bonus Bundle Graveyard. So I want to play this song for you. And then, you know, I just want to give you that one. And I'm going to let you go for the day because I want you to, reflect and think. Because tomorrow's Thursday, and it's what we consider to be Action Taking Thursday. So once when you go through today, Wednesday, decision day, and you decide who it is that you are, what it is that you want to be, I want you to give it some time. Let that settle in, let that set in, and then the next step is to take action. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you've seen it before, hopefully you enjoy it again. If you haven't, then welcome to the Bonus Bundle Graveyard. And I hope you enjoyed today's live. I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's live. Have a great rest of your day.
They showed me the extras before they taught me the craft. Promised me everything, except how to last. Welcome to the Bonus Bundle Graveyard. Stacks of bonuses, none of them breathe. Hard drive full of dreams I ain't need. Pay for the hype, but the value stayed buried. R.I.P. Open the Bonus Bundle Graveyard. Go play the lessons that never got used. Shortcuts that led me straight back to the blues. I stopped chasing more when I learned what carried. Truth don't die in the Bonus Bundle Graveyard. They said, look at the value, I looked at the price. Could've bought clarity twice with the time I sacrificed. Every module a promise, every promise a delay. Kept me busy feeling rich while I stayed in the same place. Folders on folders labeled breakthrough, but no map on how to walk it through. Just urgency clocks and expiring deals. Fear dressed up as opportunity rails. They said you lucky, look what you got. But possession ain't progress if you stuck in the box. I mistook accumulation for growth. Thought more tools meant closer to hope, but knowledge and use is just noise in disguise. And I drowned in the data before I learned why. That's when it hit me. Simple and scary. Most dreams die quiet in the Bonus Bundle Graveyard. Yeah. Stacks of bonuses, none of them breathe. Hard drives full of dreams I ain't need. Pay for the hype, but the value stay buried. R.I.P. Open a Bonus Bundle Graveyard. Go play the lessons that never got used. Shortcuts that led me straight back to the blues. I stopped chasing more when I learned what carried. Truth don't die in a Bonus Bundle Graveyard. I seen folks flex downloads like net worth, but can't explain how to make the first dollar work. Got 20 logins. Forgot the basics, still asking why I failed like the system racist. Nah, truth hurt, but it set me free. Wasn't the tools, it was way I think. I wanted speed without repetition, wanted wins without the friction. They sold me shine, never sold me sweat. Never taught this blend, just that. Every guru smiling from a rented jet. Selling confidence, they ain't tested yet. I had to unlearn the thrill of buying belief. Had to sit with discomfort, start a relief. That's when momentum finally married. When I left the dead weight in the Bonus Bundle Graveyard. In the Bonus Bundle Graveyard. One plan, one focus, one skill, one skill sharpened daily. I don't need more noise. I need proof that pays me. Now I invest in guidance, not glitter, in conversations that make me better, in reps, routines, accountability checks, and showing up tired and still giving my best. I don't need 50 ways to begin. I need one way done again and again. I build with builders, not sellers of dreams, not people addicted to packaging schemes. If it don't move me forward, it don't get space. I don't decorate stalls, I finish the race. I learn real value, don't need a parade. It whispers and habits you do every day. So if you digging through hype, feeling buried, take the shovel of truth I carry. Stop buying hope, start earning clarity. That's how you escape the Bonus Bundle Graveyard.
stacks of bonuses.
None of them breathe.
None of them breathe.
Hard drives full of dreams I ain't need.
I cut through the noise, kept what carried.
Left the rest buried in the bonus bundle graveyard.
No more chasing more.
I chose what's real.
One path, one plan.
One sharpened skill. I don't mourn what was never necessary. I rose up out the bonus bundle graveyard.
Woke up to silence, dreams still heavy. Phone screen dry, but my vision stays steady. Mama said, baby, that job ain't your lane. But I clocked in anyway, chasing someone else's gain. That got me dancing with denial at night. Scrolling for hope, but it's hidden from sight. 10 minutes a day, sounded small at first. But in silence, even whispers can't quench a thirst. Notebook in hand, wrote my future in ink. Mapped out my mission before I started to sink. Every post was a prayer, every share had weight. I wasn't selling a link, I was shifting fate. I found my rhythm in the quietest place, where hustle meant healing and grind meant grace. From the corner of doubt, I carved my space. Legacy ain't loud, but it wins the race. 10 minutes a day, brick by brick, built from the bottom, now the vision stick. No hype, no cap, just clarity. This ain't just income, it's legacy. Every click, every song I create etches my name where they can't erase. You can doubt, but you gon' see. 10 minutes a day turned into legacy. People laugh, said she doing too much. To my PayPal ping, then they changed up the touch. No big brand, no six-figure crew, just a mic, some lyrics, and a dream that grew. Tired of waiting for the gatekeeper's call, so I built my own stage, held my own hall. Suno on deck, that's the beat in my chest. GPT spin like I'm gonna impress. Said I'd never make it, cool, noted. But now my bars turn pain into coded. From broken to branded, I ain't asked for fame, I asked for freedom and I claim my name now. Hustle berry on loop like healing chance, for the girls who grew up with limited chance. This is more than a challenge, it's breaking the chain. Cause 10 minutes a day rewired my brain. 10 minutes a day, brick by brick, built from the bottom, now the vision stick. No hype, no cap, just clarity. This ain't just income, it's legacy. Every click, every song I create etches my name where they can't erase. You can doubt, but you gon' see. 10 minutes a day turned into legacy. Now my daughter sees me different, eyes full of fire. She said, Ma, your words lift me higher. This ain't a hustle, this a heart-led path, where math meets message and message meets math. Community over clicks, value over hype. I ain't here to trend, I'm here to type. Blueprints for the ones still stuck in fear. Let them borrow my belief till their purpose clear. Haters still quiet, but I'm loud with grace. Posting in peace, not a mask on my face. Every bar I drop, every beat I write, I'm free in